What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Around the Monitor, the weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. I'm your host, Zach, and the way things work here, we talk through the week's news in gaming, and every time somebody makes an actual point or a good joke, they get a point, and whoever has the most at the end of the show wins for that week. Falling off the rails, and we haven't even started yet. Joining me once again, we've got Commander Shepard David. I don't know what's going on here.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is the best podcast on the Citadel.
Very good, very good. Thank you for that.
All right.
I appreciate the commitment with the helmet. For audio listeners, David is wearing the actual Commander Shepard helmet from the Legendary Edition, like a real trooper.
Hey, would this have been better if I got it when Mass Effect was new? Yeah, but you know, life is life, Cole.
Yeah, very true. We've got the Ace Attorney, Pridge.
And confirm, life is life, y'all.
Would you say that life is strange? And last but not least, the hockey sticks and sickle herself, Elise.
I think life is normal, actually.
What's the name of the new one? Colors? Sonic Colors? Life is Strange, Sonic Colors? This joke is nothing.
Yes, no, it's Life is
so
Strange,
bad.
Sonic
Listen. There are so many goddamn Sonic news for a week that didn't have a Sonic Direct. I don't understand why there's so much Sonic things that happened this week. Yeah. But we're going to talk about that. Because, folks, we talk about video game news on this show. If you like it, you can watch the show live on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam. And if you are watching live, you can influence the points on the show by using the Twitch channel points to give or take away points from somebody who you agree or disagree with, or just want to screw over. We don't judge. But we always start the show with a trivia question to determine the order. And speaking of Sonic, the Blue Blur, as of 2020, how much money has the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise made for Sega in its lifetime?
Include the movie and stuff?
This includes everything.
$1.4 billion.
$1.4 billion. Original East.
$7 billion.
$7 billion. It's almost
$7 billion.
Almost $1 for every person on the fucking planet. Sonic the Hedgehog.
$4 billion.
$4 billion. The correct answer. It's $6 billion. Which does in fact mean Elise is correct. Elise is closest, followed by Pridge, followed by David. Who, yes, you can take the helmet off now. You did your duty. God.
That does not seem comfortable.
No, actual trooper. Honestly, David.
It wouldn't be that bad, but it has some serious design flaws for people with large heads.
Let's talk about the topics for this week's show. We've got Pokemon Go has walked back its COVID changes, and fans aren't happy about that. Microsoft announces monitors specifically designed to work with Xbox Series S and X. The best-looking 3D Sonic game in a decade is maybe a DLC for Minecraft? And speaking of Sonic, he's now a VTuber, folks. We did it. Congrats. You can watch Sonic probably play Sonic games. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but I'm intrigued. I'll say that much. Windows 11 has been announced, and the only reason it's on this show is because there's some integration with Xbox and Game Pass included. Valve has clamped down on customers using VPNs to buy games at cheaper prices in different regions and countries. GameStop has sold off a bunch of its meme-inflated stock and made over $1 billion from it. Eat your heart out, Sonic the Hedgehog. Activision shareholders agreed to keep paying Bobby Kotick too much money, some might say. Some includes everybody on this podcast. Let's talk about the Abandon is actually a secret Kojima game conspiracy. Xbox says that Halo Infinite doesn't have a release date because it's, quote, waiting on other games. Sniper Ghost Warrior, a game that probably none of us would have ever heard of if not for its horrifying press event, was a horrifying press event. And last but not least, and kind of kicking a game while it's down, Marvel's Avengers update puts PlayStation 5 players' IP addresses on screen while streaming the game. Therefore, doxing you if you even try to stream this game. What the fuck, Marvel's Avengers? Can you get a goddamn break? Elise, what would you like to talk about for the first topic of the show?
I want to talk about Pokemon Go.
Hey, all right,
Um,
yeah.
So at the near the beginning of the pandemic, Pokemon Go Niantic was like, all right, so look, going outside, being around people, going to populated areas where there's going to be a lot of Pokestops is bad for COVID.
Yes.
Not exactly the most safe thing right now.
Uh-huh.
So to make their game still work, they did a couple things like increasing the range that you can access a Pokestop from. They like doubled or tripled the effectiveness of incense, which is basically you drop it on you, you use it as an item, and then like Pokemon will come to you even if you're not like near a Pokestop or anything, so you don't have to walk around. And like a couple other little things like that. I think they increased the range that you could like catch Pokemon from. That just like made it possible to play from home, or like maybe stop in your car in a parking lot and play from there. Or whatever, make it safe. Usually it's play from home.
Right.
Make it safer to just play the game. And it was met with like huge praise, because these were good things. These were good things even if there wasn't a pandemic. That you could go near a Pokestop and not have to like crowd in with people. If there's like on a community day, you go to a place with a lot of Pokestops, there's going to be a lot of people there. Like even recently, I went out with a friend for the like Geibel one like 2 weeks ago, and there were a lot of people around playing Pokemon Go. And I think if it didn't have these changes, they would have been closer together, which is obviously not good. The news is starting 3 days ago, June 21st, that's Monday, all that got deleted.
Walked back, yeah.
Got rolled back, yeah. Niantic was like, all right, looks like pandemic's over, which, it isn't. It really isn't.
Yeah.
So, fuck you. We're going back to pre-COVID times. No one liked that.
It's such a it's very much a Fallout or a Telltale game. Nobody liked that.
Nobody liked that.
It's such a
there's like change.org petitions saying like, look, this wasn't just good for COVID, which COVID still exists. It's still out there. Like, it's still a problem. It's not over. And two, like people with disabilities, like this was really big for them even without that. So like the ability to interact with Pokestops and gyms and everything from accessible positions, because some of these are like not accessible to people with disabilities.
Absolutely.
That's a huge plus. So what's going to happen is they're losing players, they're losing daily users as well. So like people are just not playing as often, which means Niantic is making less money. I don't understand their reasoning there.
It's so confusing and on so many levels. Like you say, it's one, it hurts the player base and it hurts their wallets. So why would they do
Why are you
this?
doing this?
And why would they just like do it like Snap? Guess what? It's like this. Why would like I understand if they're like, hey, we're gonna slowly ease this back a little bit and test the waters, but them just being like, nope, go out and catch Pokemon.
No, they announced it and then it went into effect, I think, a day later.
Yeah, it's such an obviously bad move, and I don't know why they would feel the need to do that.
Wild.
It's the thing where like I would assume that they would try and like, okay, you're right, sorry, we way over course corrected, let's find some common grounds and probably in the meantime revert to what it was. Who knows if they'll do that? That seems like such an obvious choice to do that, but I don't know.
You think so?
You would think so. You would think so, right? uh, anything else to add to this, Elise?
I think I said what I need to say.
Yeah, I think you summed it up really,
I
really
think
well.
do better.
Exactly. Uh, Dan Sinarson in the chat gives Elise a point and says, it sucks for a lot of places in the world where things are way worse than they are in the US. We're getting better. Other places are still in the thick of it though. Exactly. And like Elise said, it's not just a COVID thing too. Like this made the game accessible to so many more people. And now all of a sudden, these people who'd spent this year playing the game because it was accessible for them now and they're enjoying it. Now it's like, fuck, it's so much harder. Why bother playing this game? But
yeah, and now why bother playing the game? A lot of people are going to leave. A lot of people are just not going to play as often, which means they're not spending as much money on it, right?
Exactly.
For those that do spend money.
Exactly.
I don't understand the reasoning.
Toad of Sky does make an interesting point and says, it seems like a reasonable business move if their long-term plan is to harvest user GPS and related data. That actually might be a good reason behind it. I didn't even think about that. They're almost certainly doing that.
That's true. Which
I can confirm, folks, they are definitely doing that.
God damn
I can
it.
confirm they are
that's
doing
not
that.
better.
God damn it, Pokemon. You got me again. Pridge, what would you like to talk about for your first topic of the show?
I'm going right into this deranged as hell Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 press event.
Yeah, it's a bonker story, y'all. Buckle up for this one.
Is fucked up.
This is a bonker story.
So, this whole story arose from an article by the Gamer's Eric Switzer. And basically what happened is he attended a press event for a new game coming out, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, which just sounds like a bunch of edgy words thrown together with no real care or caution in the world.
I'm glad that you called up the name for the game, because the name for the game is a bad name.
Shadow Assassin Vengeance Shooter Man.
Yeah.
Bloodline 7. It's not a game title, that's just random angsty sounding words thrown together as a fucking Mad Lib. But that's a random diss. The real thing is what this press event was. So CI Games, who made this Sniper Ghost Warrior game, they're a Polish company, but this press event was held in San Diego, I believe. And from Mr. Switzer's account, it's some really, really, again, deranged shit this was.
It's
so basically
terrible.
So what this press event was basically, it was this group called Incredible Adventures that offers extreme military counterterrorism training. And basically what the press event was basically an entire day of this fake military training counterterrorism thing that really what it boils down to is they basically ran like fake fire drills where these press people for video games basically shot at white people who were dressed up, who were in bad Arab costumes on a set that looks like a stereotypical Western view of what any Arab place looks like. And that's just fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it justice without seeing some you really should read the Switzer's original article, because it's kind of hard to do it justice without hearing his firsthand account and seeing some of his pictures. Oh, great kicker. There is a Trump 2024 The Revenge Tour flag hanging out.
What the fuck?
And regardless of how you feel about ex-president convict Trump, who's a piece of shit, that's still a really inappropriate thing to just have hanging around on your event.
Yeah.
And again, And what he goes into really well in the article is this is a very common thing in the West with how comfortable we are dehumanizing essentially the entire Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
How easy it is for us at times to put people in not even good Arab costumes, but just anything we can vaguely describe as Arab, and just suddenly shooting them becomes the most satisfying thing in the world, and that's so natural and it's fucked up as hell.
Yeah.
Again, during the training, they're like, these bad guys have killed a lot of good American soldiers. And it's like, dude, this is a fucking press event. Stop with a fucking propaganda session. And it's just...
And Pridge, do you want to drop the real kicker of the gameplay that they got to experience there?
Yeah, I was going to get to the two final points. One, they pretty much didn't talk about the game at the entire event.
Nope.
I think there were some computers where you could play the game, but most of the press people already had an early copy and got a chance to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's not that good, unimportant.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they didn't talk about the game. They didn't really celebrate the game.
No.
And I guess you could play the game, but most of them, again, already had an advanced copy because they're press, so that wasn't even an appeal. This was literally just a press event to satisfy your Middle Eastern people boner, and that's bad.
Yep.
Very bad.
It wasn't even that they got early press copies. It was that the game had released 2 days prior.
Yes. Yeah. That's right.
It was okay.
The game came out and they're like, "Hey, come to this press event," and it was just like, "Here's this weird fucking group that sets up this fake scene for you to shoot people dressed as Arabs with airsoft guns and feel good about yourself." And it's like, what the fuck?
And so just the final kicker is CI Games has released their apology.
Mm-hmm.
Their apology JPEG on Twitter. And like all generic apologies, it's bad.
Yeah.
I think the best parts are they apparently tried to call the event company and get them to change the outfits. But the company said no, and I guess they just said, "All right then,
okay.
we tried our best to make this less disturbingly imperialistic. We tried." And then my other favorite part is we would like to apologize directly to Eric Switzer from The Gamer and to any other participants who found the event offensive. Nowhere in there do they mention apologizing to actually Arabs for making them cartoonish villains in their weird, sick, demented, fascist, imperialist, psycho bullshit.
It's just part of me wants to believe that this Polish company, who, as far as I'm aware, they didn't have any people at this actual event. It was just
they could not due to COVID-19 precautions. They actually could not get anyone to the event,
which is also kind of wild. Of hey, we rented out this event for y'all to come and do. We're not going to be there. There's a computer set up if you want to play the game, but you've already played it, so I don't know why you would.
If you want to play the game, it's not like we're talking about this at the event at all.
And then nobody who did the actual game was there to talk about it with them, and instead it was just here's this airsoft gun weird thing, go do it. Hope this means you like our game more, and we'll write better review scores for it. But guys, what the fuck?
It's again. Please read the original article. It
is really good.
Experience is better and paints the picture more clearly than I could ever do, just trying to recite the bullet points. It's all sorts of messed up and bad.
Yes. And there are literal pictures, and
they're
great in the really horrible sense.
If this one goes out to everyone in the West, the Middle East has some very beautiful places, some very beautiful cities. Not every place in the Middle East is out of a fucking Clint Eastwood movie or whatever director.
right.
Not every place in the Middle East is out of American Sniper.
Exactly.
It is its own very diverse region with some very beautiful places in it. we need to do better than this.
Yeah. A lot of people in the chat are very strongly agreeing with you this.
We'll give this nobody game more press, but they might have jumped the line past provocative to well, they did jump the line from provocative to deranged.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to go all the way to deranged.
Yeah.
What I think happened here is that this Polish company was like, let's do an American press event. They found some fucking this like excellent adventures or whatever it's called. That's just like a place for, you know, people who have a boner for the military to go shoot people dressed as Arabs. That's like what they do on a daily basis.
Uh-huh.
The Polish company maybe didn't know this, maybe did. I don't know. Their game seems pretty shitty, so we'll see. And we're like, yeah, that seems like it lines up with our experience. Like it's a sniper place for a sniper game, and just didn't think twice about it.
Right. David, pivoting from that topic somehow, what would you like to talk about for the next topic of the show?
Let's go from a negative, horrible example of humanity wild ride to a Hideo Kojima wild ride.
Hey, my personal favorite kind of wild ride.
Well, is it Hideo Kojima? Let's find out.
Or is it not?
All right, y'all. You may or may not have heard of this, but about a week ago, this indie game called Abandon got announced by Dutch developer Blue Box Game Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, part of their announcement for this game was a Twitter tweet. I don't know why I said that, just a tweet, where they said, and I quote, "Guess the name. Abandoned," which is the name of their game, equals first letter S, last letter L. Reveal closing in PS5 exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we know it's a horror game.
Yes.
What horror game begins with S and ends in L? You might think Silent Hill, like the sane individual you are.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the beginning. This was the beginning of a conspiracy tale that is still unfolding and will continue to unfold over the coming weeks.
Yes.
But this was the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Fans immediately started to drum up theories of, oh, this Blue Box Game Studios, this is actually just Hideo Kojima. He's secretly making Abandon, and it's actually a new Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a conspiracy. And I thought this was insane. And then it continued to build.
Mm-hmm.
It continued to build. Mere days before Blue Box Studios made this announcement, Hideo Kojima also made a tweet where he was like, "Man, thanks for these books. I got these books, The Silent Wife and The Last Widow, and a story by Joe Hill named Full Throttle. You may have noticed something in those names. Silent and Hill."
Yep.
The conspiracy continues. The conspiracy continues.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you see, there were also rumors in recent years that when Kojima separated from Konami and they had released Death Stranding, that they were starting up a new studio. Where was that studio located? New Amsterdam, the same location as Blue Box Game Studios. But we need to go deeper.
Oh, shit.
Deeper into this conspiracy. We're not done yet. Who is running this project at Blue Box Game Studios? A man named Hasan Kahraman,
Mm-hmm.
a man of Turkish descent.
Mhm.
Now, some say, and I cannot confirm this because I got a different result, but maybe there's accents and stuff that I didn't type in. The last name Kahraman, people believe, when translated from Turkish into Japanese, means Hideo. They are the same individual, these conspiracy theorists believe. The same individuals. And now, you might think, there can't be any more information.
Mm-mm.
There can't be more to this conspiracy theory.
No
You would
way.
be wrong. There is more. So you see, Kojima's number one friend, Jeff Keighley, best friend in the world,
Mm-hmm.
also began talking about Abandon on Twitter. And he was also saying in some videos that, Hasan who is definitely not Kojima, I'm paraphrasing that part, has been really eager to share more on Abandon in the coming months, and I'm eager to help present them. So,
Mm-hmm.
is Hasan definitely not Kojima Kahraman? also teaming up with Jeff Keighley of the Game Awards? Or is Karamon just Hideo Kojima in secret?
Mm-hmm.
And is this game just Silent Hill?
Uh-huh.
Is it?
Tell us, David.
Now, almost assuredly no, but that's not the fun answer.
Damn it.
That's pretty much where this conspiracy begins to end. And basically, at first, this game studio was like, ooh, we don't want to be compared to Silent Hill. That's probably a bit above what you should expect here. This is an indie game.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're like, we're getting a lot of free press for this.
Yep.
So then they dove back in and were like, oh, Karamon, Hideo? No, couldn't be, but maybe, who knows? And then, as conspiracy theories do, it got out of control for them. And now they're finally backing it back and being like, hey, here's me in a video. My name is Hasan Karamon. As you can see, I am not Hideo Kojima. I am not even Japanese.
Right.
I'm making this game Abandoned, and it's not Silent Hill.
Right.
Please forget all of that craziness and just please try our game and don't be super mad. Cool. Thanks. We really would appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. So, yeah, I mean, realistically, is Abandoned Silent Hill? Maybe. Is Karamon Hideo Kojima? No.
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 But David, what if they got an actor to act like he wasn't Hideo Kojima?
If they did, best fucking marketing campaign I've ever seen in my life.
David, can you imagine?
Best fucking genius. Absolute genius.
I would lose
if they
my
got an actual
mind.
actor. I would lose my mind. And it would make sense. Jeff Keighley helped with Kojima's last ARG to announce like Death Stranding and stuff. So like I can't say I would be surprised.
Right.
If it was like a marketing thing, but man, I would also kind of be surprised if it's a marketing thing.
It's the thing where for Metal Gear Solid 5, what was the name of the fake studio he made up? Like Moby Dick Games or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
And
maybe it was White Whale or something.
White Whale Studios, and then it was like, because Ahab was the thing in Metal Gear Solid 5, it was tying into the whole thing.
Yep.
And it revealed, oh no, it's an Hideo Kojima game. It surprised everybody, which was cool. It's just really funny the way that this rolled out of control for this studio, and then like you said, they had to be like, wait, okay, no, we're actually not a Kojima game. Please don't kill us when we have to reveal that we're not a Hideo Kojima game. We're sorry.
But listen, if they eventually reveal that this is a Hideo Kojima game, like,
can you imagine?
He's done it again, folks.
Can you imagine?
He's a savant. Give him Game of the Year already.
Forget that Death Stranding ever existed. He's back.
No, they should give him Game of the Year they announce it, not the year it comes out. That would be even better.
Oh, very good. That's very good.
Thank you all for coming to Conspiracy Storytime with David. It was fun.
No, you nailed that. Catching up with the chat, Dan Sayonara-san gives you a point and says, this is the same energy as what word starts with F and ends with uck? Fire truck. Yeah. Tempe Kuti gives David a point for for the excellent tone and adding to the drama of this story. Absolutely. You sold that super well. Halucha gives a point for David narrating this is giving me the energy of that It's Always Sunny Charlie meme energy, and I live for it, which, is the string board behind you. Toad Sky gives you a point for the fun topic, and Zanoob, breaking with everyone, gives a point to Pridge. Good job, Pridge. But going back around in the order, Elise, what would you like to talk about for your second topic?
Let's talk about Sonic.
Again. Wait, no, we haven't done that yet.
We haven't talked about Sonic yet. Let's talk about Sonic Minecraft DLC. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. And what it seems like from the trailer is just a 3D like fucking bursts or boost style Sonic game in Minecraft.
Yeah.
They just made a new Sonic game
in Minecraft.
Fucking Sonic Generations or Sonic Colors or whatever, and voxelized it and placed it in Minecraft.
Yep.
I'm not sure how this relates to the building thing. I'm sure there's like building levels. There's probably like a level editor in the Minecraft like interface. That would be cool. That would be cool.
That would be cool, actually.
There's co-op. There's co-op. You can like have one person play as Sonic and one person play as Knuckles, and probably like Tails and Amy Rose and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Absolutely.
There's both the 2D and the 3D like, run forward levels, which is, how those games work. It's just fucking Sonic Generations or Sonic Colors or Sonic fucking Forces or Sonic the good parts of
Sonic Unleashed.
quote unquote good parts of Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah.
They've made this game like 12 times now. They're making it a third time in Minecraft as a DLC that's like, I think it's like $12 is.
Oh, you have to pay for it? Oh, damn. Maybe I won't actually play this. Fuck. Damn it. Got me again, Sonic.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how DLC works.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, and just while we're on the topic, I can confirm there is DLC and has been for a while. There's a whole Minecraft marketplace.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's got. They have free stuff on there too, but like there's certain maps. There's like actual mini games, which is what I assume the Sonic thing is going to be. Texture packs, skin packs, all that jazz.
Interesting.
Oh, they have a mashup.
Like official, or is that?
Yeah, this is on Microsoft's website.
Damn.
But it's not like community built stuff that they're selling.
I believe some of them are community built, but like they have a mashup section where like there's a Mob City mashup, which I think Mob City is a different game. There's a Star Wars mashup. There's an anime mashup that I'm sure has some licensed stuff in it. So yeah, no, it's
okay. So there's a lot. I just have never heard of it, and apparently it's 1340 Minecraft coins. I don't know how much money that actually.
There's another currency for Minecraft.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Well, keep going if you're still going.
I'm not still going. I'm just okay. I just opened up the site, and also apparently I can't buy it. I click get this item, and it opens up a page that wasn't understood.
God damn it! Minecraft said, "Elise, your money's no good here."
Yeah, but if you like Sonic and you own Minecraft, which you probably do.
At least anything else to add to this before we get crazy off topic talking about just how Minecraft works?
Yeah, if you like Sonic, get this. Seems pretty good.
If you're a masochist, get this.
I do not like Sonic. I think Sonic games are bad. So
hey, there we go.
I'm not gonna get it.
Bridge, would you like to talk about another topic?
So, Xbox suggests Halo Infinite doesn't have an exact date because it's waiting on other games. So what we got here is that Xbox says they have a 3 to 4 week range, which is kind of pretty big. There's only, I guess there's still 6 months left, but for that to be a month range is a little big. But they have a 3 to 4 week range where they want Halo Infinite to release this holiday season. And basically what they're waiting on is they want to know when other big games are going to be released because they want to, they don't want big games cannibalizing each other's potential markets. Which is pretty common. We talk about this when we do prediction shows all the time. We say, oh, they're not going to want to release this then because this is going to come out.
Totally.
They don't want to release this because this is going to come out. My bet is Horizon Forbidden West, probably one of the games on their list that they're thinking about. I'm trying to think of what other games, what other 2021 holiday games don't have exact release dates that they could be scared about.
Yeah.
What I want to laugh about, though, is if anyone remembers last year, the great PlayStation Xbox staring contest.
Oh my god.
Where we knew straight up no information about the price or release date of the Xbox Series X and the PS5, and then suddenly, like out of nowhere, it's like, oh, by the way, they're releasing in like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna laugh if the same thing sort of happens here. If like if Guerrilla Games is in there, that's Horizon Forbidden West, right?
Yeah,
Guerrilla
Guerrilla
Games.
Games.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm laughing and seeing like if they're sitting there like, oh man, we don't want to release Horizon Forbidden West Day until we know when Halo Infinite's coming out. And this is gonna again, I wish I could think of one other games they could be worried about, but I want them to be like 4 different game companies, all just Mexican standoffing with each other, all guns pointed like, who's gonna make the release date first? Who's making the release date first? And then suddenly it's going to be like November 24th. And everyone's like, oh, by the way, Halo Infinite's out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, every game's out tomorrow. Oops, sorry.
Every game's out tomorrow. Oops, all games.
All games, baby. Oops, all games.
And Nintendo's like, hey, actually we lied. Breath of the Wild is coming out this year. Gotcha.
and then all those other game companies just seppuku.
God damn.
Go, fuck. Fuck you, Nintendo.
I mean, here's the thing. Ultimately, I don't think Xbox has to worry about this because they, at the very least, their multiplayer mode is going to be completely free. You don't need Xbox's online. You don't need Game Pass. You don't need anything. Of course, if you want the story, the campaign, you'll pay for that. But still, like, whenever it drops, I'm gonna be there and play it because I'm like, shit, it's free.
I do agree with that. I mean, again, it makes sense to be wary of other game release dates, but I do think if this is what the future is, with all these companies being too scared of other games' release dates, it's gonna be a little ridiculous because a lot of the times people already know what game they want. They know exactly what they're going for, and like you said, especially with the multiplayer being free, I mean, that's going to be huge no matter when it comes out. There are always going to be people who are like, new shiny Halo multiplayer that is free. Yeah, I'm obviously, even if I'm playing other games, I'm obviously going to jump into that for some play time. So yeah, it's a little it's part good business practice. It's part unnecessary. I'm just more laughing if this can become more and more common as time goes on, and we're going to start getting shorter gaps between release dates and releases. Because companies are getting stuck in these these somewhat useless staring contests.
Yeah, it's like a bad Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah,
between video game companies.
Yeah,
it's frustrating because like we're at a point in time where we're getting more video games than ever. It's impossible to play everything now.
Right.
It's impossible to even play like a lot of major releases because you're too taxed for time with what else you're playing. But it is fun. And the good news from this article is that Phil Spencer was like, it's definitely coming this year. Like, don't worry, it's not slipping to next year, which I believe him on that. But yeah, it is frustrating that they can't just commit to a goddamn release date. Come on, Phil. And Tempico T gives a point to Pridge, says, this topic reminds me of a video I watched a few days ago. Yeah. It's comedic insanity of just, what are we even doing anymore? But speaking of what we're doing now, David, what would you like to talk about for the final topic of the show?
That was a horrible transition.
That was an okay transition. Come on. It was a 7 out of 10,
I'll go to 5. Let's talk Valve and VPNs.
Yeah.
I actually think this is an important topic. So Valve has started to clamp down on people using VPNs to essentially go to different regions and purchase games cheaper. So what people have been doing is people in the US and certain parts of the EU and maybe even Japan and stuff, I don't know, they'll VPN to a region like Russia or Ukraine or something like that, where game prices are lower. So the store will pick up there in that region. They'll buy the games there for like half, a third, 2/3 of the price, big dollars off. And then they will like stop VPNing, have it in their library. So Valve is essentially removing that feature altogether, which I'm gonna be straight honest, I think is a good thing. And here's why, because I know everyone's gonna be like, oh no, I want my cheaper games.
David's a corporate shill, folks. You heard it here first. He's in the pocket of Gabe Newell.
Listen, I am 100% not, but the reason that these games are cheaper in those regions is because the cost of living is significantly lower there and the wages are a lot lower there. So guess what? If you charge $70 for a game in a country where the average family makes like, I don't know, a few thousand $US a year, guess what? That is now a crazy high burden to play a game. So
Right.
people will just not buy games at that price. So games being a digital good, they don't have to print, especially on Steam, they don't have to print discs. There's no cost there. They can adjust the price pretty much wherever they want to still sell copies in those countries, in those regions. And essentially the financial burden for that gets picked up by people in more well-off countries like the US, like Germany, like the UK, Japan, all of those, because we have higher wages. We can largely afford to like pay those prices, and that offsets the lower price that the other countries pay. It works the same for video games as it does for like medicines and all that stuff too. There's a reason we pay more and that everyone else pays less.
David's also in the pocket of big pharma, folks. You heard it here first.
Oh no! Don't spin that like that. No. There is a line. Pharma crossed the line. I don't think video games have crossed the line. So
Yet.
there is actually 100% yet. So there's actually a really good map in this article on Kotaku that has essentially the average price of a game on Steam for different regions. In the US, the average price of a game is like $35. Australia's like 40 because they have stupid laws and stuff. And then it's higher in some areas, and then you get to like China, Russia, Brazil, where it's around $20 or less. And that's good. That allows people to play these games. That needs to happen if you want games to be a global thing. It's the same thing for like freaking movie tickets. If you think a movie ticket in China it costs $20 like it does here in California, or even more sometimes, you're wrong. They're not paying that much.
Right.
Because that's like unreasonable.
And once again, David's in the pocket of big Hollywood, folks.
Oh my god.
We got him again.
You side. God damn it. So look, I get it. People are going to be mad that they can't get games as cheap as they were by abusing the system, but this is to protect those people that cannot pay higher prices. I mean, could games just be cheaper anyway? Yeah, probably. But you know, society's not at that point yet. We need steps to get there.
Yeah,
so this is a step.
We made a couple wrong choices and we got where we are. Xbox Game Pass does exist, so I don't know. Check that out. But...
Game Pass exists. Well, and that's not in a lot of the countries that have the lower
that's true
games, though. So,
or you could just do the Elise method.
I was just gonna say, if you really cannot afford games, you are morally not obligated to buy them. Hop on the pirate ship. I'm not encouraging piracy, but like if you cannot play games,
yeah,
you're not gonna spend money on the game anyway. So there's nothing really being lost.
Totally.
Save
fair.
Data Team does not encourage piracy.
It's so wild
This
that
is true.
Elise is the one who has to give that message. But yes,
Save
we
Data
really
as
don't.
an organization does not encourage piracy.
Please pay people for the things they create if you can. That being said, catching up with the chat, it's just a Zach slandering David's good name. Listen, we're having fun here. Come on. Tempukuti gives a point to David saying, excellent, don't abuse the system, which, yeah, I mean, that's basically exactly kind of the point you're making. Holich also says, we live in a society, which, I mean, hey. Fun fact, we do live in an actual society.
You live in a society.
Yeah. and Mackie sums it up saying, I am all for being able to buy games for cheap. However, I'm also for developers getting their dues. Exactly. It's I mean, I wish that games didn't go up to $70 for this new generation, but people realize they can get away with it. And I mean, inflation is a thing. I get that, but it is what it is. It kind of sucks.
So the industry is getting bigger and bigger every year.
Games are way more expensive to make now than they ever have been. So
games are more expensive to make, but they also make way more money than they ever have. So
true. And so,
from a larger audience, from a their monetization schemes, everything. So
And Bobby
I don't
Kodik's
think the
making more money than he
$70
ever has. And
yeah,
QA testers are
Fuck.
making the same amount of money they always have been. So I don't know what to tell you.
yeah.
It's hey, capitalism, folks. That's the topic for another show, not ours. That is going to do it for this week's episode, though, which does mean Pridge and Elise, it's time to go home and become family people, because this week's winner is the Dark Horse David. Rocking his beautiful locks, coming into first place. David, are you ready for your minutes to win it?
All right, everyone. I got two things. First thing, Scarlet Nexus comes out in 3.5 hours. Playing that. Check it out. Looks like a fun JRPG. Second thing, I'm now going through the job application rigmarole. Shout out to all the people out there who make websites where they parse your resume and it fills out the form and you don't have to retype that shit again. Shout out to you. Anti-shout out to the people where you upload a resume and then you have to retype all the things that are in the resume so that someone can read the thing that you already typed and upload it again, typed in a different form. Those people suck. That's all. Applying for jobs sucks. Done.
Can definitely agree with that. Job applications have come a long way since Pac-Man. I didn't know you can actually have websites parse your thing. That's pretty great. Things to talk about going forward. Hey, guess what, folks? Tomorrow we're doing a very special stream. Me and Pridge both got codes to the indie game Floppy Nights. We're going to be streaming that. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do that, but we'll figure out the setup for that.
We'll figure it out.
Basically, it's a tactics style game. Think your Advance Wars with a really cutesy art style done by the same artist who did Dicey Dungeons. I actually met her at PAX last year. She was super cool. The game looks really cool, and I'm excited for it. So we'll be streaming that tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So come join us for that. This Saturday is our next community stream for the month of June. We are going to be playing again with the community for 4 hours from 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern time. Come in and hang with that. We're going to start with Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes.
Yeah.
David will be playing that as he is one of the people who does have a copy of that game. I don't really feel like buying it again because I bought it for PlayStation VR.
Fair. Yeah, come make my life miserable as I try to disarm a bomb.
Exactly. We'll probably also play. I mean, we are also going to play some Jackbox. Actually, community member Dusk actually sent me a unique room code for Drawful 2. That is based around jokes in our community. I believe it's particularly jokes around the Ace Attorney series, but it's 50 like drawing prompts based around that. So that actually should be a lot of fun.
Amazing.
And what else? Is there something else we're doing this week? No, that's the end of the week. We did it, folks. That's going to do it for another week's episode of Around the Monitor. Once again, you can catch the show live on here at twitch.tv/SaveTodayTeam every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. If not, no worries. It goes up on our YouTube and podcast services the very following morning. But until next time, this has been Around the Monitor.